What's up, guys? Back in today with more Liar Game. This time for episode 18, I believe. Was another fantastic episode last week. With Yoki finding the betrayers, having them putting them against each other, and having them expose each other. Which unfortunately the Jesus dude caved within 1 fucking minute. The absolute loser. Redhead guy absolutely cemented himself as a bit of a legend though. So hopefully he's more involved going forward because yeah, he was really brave and absolute respect to him. But yeah, ended up that it kind of went the way Yoki wanted it to in regards to Akiyama getting the Mexican looking dude on his side. Bald guy, I don't really know the rugged looking man. Looked Mexican to me. Yeah, getting proposing the betrayal to him as well. Um, all going according to Yoki's kind of plan regarding finding out about these betrayers now. But I feel like Akiyama has got another plan on top that we just haven't heard of yet. I don't know. It's like getting very like yeah, you guys know I say it every week, but there's so many layers building up and up and up. It's kind of crazy at the minute. You really got to redo that. Like a whispered in my ear. Daddy, stop, bro. Yeah, this arc has been I don't know. I'd say by far, but it's definitely been the best arc so far. Definitely, quite amazing when you rewind back to the first arc and just how simple that was in comparison. That did serve as a pretty good like introduction towards the games and stuff, though, didn't it? Simple and effective. Well, this shot here, it kind of looks like a bit of a sitcom shot. 3 idiots, 3 imbeciles. But that shot is hilarious. The shopping cart full of millions. So he's still under that impression, which is good. 'I think I'm just figuring that out. Maybe the whole point of this wasn't actually for these guys to betray their team. Perhaps the whole point of this was actually to make these guys think that they still had that 1.9 billion in in the bank. Sorry, I don't want to miss anything here. This is just an explanation of what we pretty much already know, though. To be fair, um, but yeah, again, perhaps the actual point of this was it was kind of like a two-pronged attack, where if we could get these guys to betray their team, awesome, and it was working for the most part. But even if that failed, we've now still cemented that they think that 1.9 billion isn't in, like, hasn't been taken, hasn't been deposited. So it was it was kind of like win-win, even if it got figured out, because now they're under the impression of a wrong set of like current events, which might end will end up being handy at some point, perhaps. None of these guys were told that, like, the actual truth regarding that money, were they? So that's some horrible carpenting work right there. Not a definitive thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Hmm. Oh, brain's already having to do a lot of work. So early with the plotting and scheming. Let's just get our head around this. This is slightly confusing. So they're going to accept the offer. Of apologies, guys. So they're gonna essentially do what Akiyama said they done with the money. They didn't actually deposit it. They're just gonna keep it in limbo, and that way they win by having it in the limbo, so it will go back to the country a day savings account. Or if they're not allowed to do that, that will then prove that Akiyama was lying about the 1.9 billion. I think is what the plan is here. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. Again, I feel like this would be so much more like. Don't get me wrong, I'm loving this arc, but it would be so much more digestible in manga format where you could just read it quicker. I mean, it'd be more digestible once you finish the whole show and just like could binge it. Well, to be fair, but yeah, especially with a long arc like this. Again, why do you want to escape the game? That doesn't go along with your motivation so far. They'll be a bit more lax. Okay, just about everything figured out, hasn't he? You know what? It makes total sense why he's picked him as well. I was gonna say like, why would you pick the guy that held out on telling you about the betrayal? I mean, he's the most loyal of them. So why would you pick him? But it actually makes total sense because if he's the most loyal to the plan, he would be the one that Akiyama would probably least expect to be a double agent in that case. I'd assume is the reason for picking him to do this, but um, I still feel like there's a risk. The other guy, the Jesus guy, like the way he's so easily folded, he could maybe easily fold again to Akiyama's side. So that's probably why he's not picked. It's like if you folded like that to me, I can't really trust you not to fold like that. So quite an ingenious pick here from Yokia. But yeah, as I said, apologies if I might seem a bit lost through some parts of the episode. It's just again, there's a lot to keep up with in regards to like the Akiyama plan, this new plan going forward, and like who thinks they're in what situation, and like yeah, the theoreticals are kind of crazy to keep up with. A long flash. You can probably see you talking to all the people behind you. Really? Longer. He did slightly turn around. I think that already said quite a bit. And he's done it again. Mm. It's got spicy. Keep an eye on that. Nothing's unintentional. In shows like these, nothing's unintentional. Like, why would they tell us about this? Why would they tell us about some random speaker malfunctioning? That where the card is, do you reckon? Inside the speaker. But yeah, I love this. That was an awesome scene. Akiyama just like dead ass staring at him. That must have been so awkward and so obvious as well. Stand like if you're still betraying your team, you aren't just gonna stand there with your card like that for like even 5 seconds. You'd quickly flash it and then put it down. Like he was stood there for so long like that. That kind of gave it away. And the turnaround, not once but twice. Like yeah, yeah. I mean, they kind of the way they switched up their interrogating in last episode kind of gave away something was up with the country of night team, and then they'd like figured something out. So see how this goes. So what did he say here? The speaker broke. Not sure what significance this has. Speaker was malfunctioning. That means something. Don't know what though. Maybe this is just. Maybe I should just take that at face value, but doubt it. Suspect everything. No, we're not gonna hear. Sorry to pause so quick again, but I only just thought of this. Where they got interrogated last week, was that not right here? That not on these same seats? Would the country of day not have been able to see them getting interrogated like that? That would like you just look over like what the fuck are they doing over there? These guys like to be honest, I assume it was like out of sight somewhere. But it looked like the exact place that they're sitting now, where the country of day has access to actually look where they're at. Um, but I wouldn't be surprised if the country of day saw something regarding to the interrogation last week, because it did take place like people moved about, and like it wasn't just in one set location. Like I don't know. Um, but yeah, that would be pretty funny, honestly, if they didn't realize, but the country of day team just saw everything in regards to the interrogation. Oh yeah, we're fucked now. Or he's making it seem that way potentially. That makes sense. That was that word. No, you can trust anyone. Stop! Stop whispering like that, bro. What's that look? Like Donald Trump, one of his poses. I think he will. I think he will. Whose card is that, though? Too well. I feel like that's the big play here, as I said earlier. We want them to believe that that's not a bluff. We're going all in on this bluff. Whether that be the purpose or that to be that could be like this bluff. This bluff might not be we're going all in on it, which you'd think means that is the be all end all. But again, as paradoxical as this sounds, we're going all in on this bluff, but it's not the be all end all. Trying to make them believe in this bluff for as long as possible, or just in totality, serves something else. I feel like it's not just all because of like this bluff doesn't win us the game. It can win us the game, but in and of itself, it doesn't. But I feel like it's going to lead to a plan that does win us the game. Because everything that Akiyama is trying to do at the minute is trying to make them believe that the terms we presented to the three betrayers were was the truth. Again, we know it was a bluff, but everything, like, there hasn't been anything to prove like that is not a bluff, as there, even to the point where we actually told this Mexican guy that, you know what, we're fine. Like, you ain't got to carry any more money over because I wasn't bluffing. Yoki is still suspicious of it, as he should be, but yeah, there's a lot riding on this bluff. It feels like, isn't there? The legend herself. Okay, nice, nice. They've got him to fully believe it. What is this weird compilation? Okay, so at the minute, Country of Night are slightly winning on their current accounts. They want to be losing, so they need to be losing more money, I think. Again, this doesn't actually tell us too much. We need the whole kind of picture with the hidden cash as well. But this is what they see. The actual game kind of. Yeah, the next day will be the final one, I think. I'm kind of glad we're seeing this because I was wondering this whole time, where were these guys staying? I kind of thought they were just sleeping in the airport, but they've got like little apartments around the place. I assume. I won't bother sorting out the timer. Only got a couple minutes left, but yeah, I'm glad they actually let us know where they're staying. Who's to say that's not already the case? I feel like this will go into their plan. I don't know about you guys. The fact that we haven't seen a single thing from the perspective of the country today kind of tells me that this is going to the Akiyama's plan. No, I mean the last whole 2 episodes have been us on the side of like Yoki's team from like their perspective of things, which I really enjoy because pretty much up until now we've seen everything from the country day side of things, so it's quite refreshing to kind of spend a bit of time on their side. But because we haven't seen anything regarding their side, we've got no idea what they've had a whole like half day of planning and morning that we just don't know about. Like we don't know what they've been like plotting and planning and going way too smooth for Yoko's side right now, really, isn't it? Like nothing popping up to that stands out as odd or suspicious. Like, yeah, someone tells me it's all going to Takayama's plan. And they're going with just her. So it's a 1v1 between these two for the rest of the game, is it? So many empty cases. Oh, fucking hell. What's going on here? Fucking hell, we skipped like the whole game. What the hell? Really? Fucking hell. That seemed a bit quick. No? I was expecting like this next day to be like 3 or 4 episodes long. Um, and it's over in like 5 minutes. What the fuck? Well, that's me. That's really sus from Akiyama's side. That would just cut to the end of the game. No, no quarrels, no issues. Wow, really, really. But so long on the other rounds. And this last day that goes by. I feel like it might be one of those things where we skipped the whole day, but maybe in the next episode slash next 2 episodes we're gonna kind of go back to that day and kind of like we're gonna see the ending and then it's like how we got there on that last day type of thing, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, good episode. As I said, slightly hard to fully keep up with the theoreticals of where each team thinks they're at versus where they're actually at versus what they're planning. But yeah, good episode. Pretty much a full episode of Yoki scheming. Trying to work out a foolproof plan to win. I love that now little version there. So cute, isn't it? next time. Solidarity. To stand in solidarity. Hmm. That is a very interesting title. It's a very interesting title. Sorry. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Really, really good episode today. Seeing the whole Yokia side of things, planning for this betrayal, kind of having these guys be, well, these two on the right anyway, be kind of double agents, redhead, not doing too much, but one. I mean, there's lots of suspicious stuff. Don't get me wrong, but one of the biggest suspicious things is we actually heard nothing from the meetings between Akiyama and these two. I wouldn't be awfully surprised. Ah, I mean, again, is it the case of Akiyama's plan? We've heard again nothing about this new plan he must have. Um, do we even need betrayers now that we've got the country of night to believe in our bluff? I feel like that bluff is going to be essential to what comes next. But is it the case where these guys are going to betray the country of night again? Both of them? Maybe just one of them? I feel like if it's going to be anyone, it's going to be the guy in the middle because we kind of heard the inner thoughts of the redhead dude throughout the episode, and he was kind of still like being on the country of night after getting found out. Whereas we haven't heard any kind of like internal thoughts. So if anybody would be betraying the country of night again, well, he didn't betray him in the first place. To be fair, we didn't get that far. But if anyone was still a betrayer, it would be this bald guy. But I almost feel as if maybe Akiyama's plan doesn't even need a betrayer at the point where we've got them to believe in our bluff. I couldn't tell you why, but that's just how I feel. But yeah, everything's just going perfectly for Yokia. Like he must be worried that things are going too well. Like, is this not a sign right here? Just the absolute nothing from Akiyama's side. It's like when we went for the initial plan, I feel like Akiyama planned for them to get found out because Yoki is just that kind of dude. He's so controlling. He's so all over things. I feel like if you were gonna have a plan for the team of Night to betray their team, you would have a plan for them to be found out on top of that, just because we know how Yokia is. It's just like I feel like you couldn't even fathom a plan that involves betrayal unless you also had a backup plan for that betrayal to be found out. I feel like it would almost be pointless to make a plan about betrayal if you didn't find out something like that. But again, I feel very stupid about this, so apologies because I say it like every week. But in regards to the money, like I'm now even more confused because is it not the case that the country night actually wants to have less money in their current account, in their third party account here? Do they not want to lose this so that they lose the game but have more savings take from the country of day? Like, why is this going well for them? Again, apologies. I like this. This is probably one of the things I always get most confused about, and you guys explain it brilliantly every time in the comment section. So thank you. But as the week passes, it's just like, well, this is to the country of days benefit, just on the surface of things. No, they lose the game. But again, you can't really take these into full. Like, we need the full picture to actually discuss any of that. But again, very surprising that we just like skipped the whole 15 odd rounds. Again, I expect that in the next one or two episodes, we're actually going to be covering that time that we did skip, and probably even before that as well. Um, but yeah, just a very interesting kind of presentation of it, isn't it? Yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this episode in the comment section again. Probably one of the slightly more difficult episodes for me to keep up with anyway. I felt like I've done a pretty good job thus far, but as the weeks do go on and more information, more and more kind of it stays in previous weeks, it's kind of harder to keep up with. I feel like I almost need a bit of a recap at this point, to be honest with you. We did get a slight recap at the start, to be fair, but Yeah, because it's been like what 4, 5, 6 weeks in this arc. That's a long span of time and that's a lot of information kind of lost on me over that span of time. But yeah, as I said, let me know what you guys want in the comments. Thank you guys very much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next week with episode 19.